Hello and welcome to Enjoy English School. I'm Stevie.
I'm Betty.
And today we're looking at our composition lesson, looking at a topic that I have to say I really like. Betty, you and I are just getting to know each other this month. So are you an animal lover?
I would say yes. Can I say no? Yeah, I am.
Okay, an animal lover, but maybe not a pet lover, maybe.
I have a cat.
Oh, you do have a cat?
I do.
Okay. Well, I'm an animal lover, and one thing that we hear is a phrase called adopt, don't shop. And this is basically saying there are a lot of what we call stray animals or homeless animals. We could say that.
流浪的动物.
Yeah. We call that stray, S-T-R-A-Y. There are a lot of stray animals that get caught or that there are some organizations that help animals that they take in. And a lot of those animals are great, beautiful, healthy, happy animals, and they need a home. And so a lot of times you'll hear, adopt an animal, don't shop for a new animal, because a lot of animals need homes.
Right, and probably they're having too many animals at the shelters right now at the moment.
Right, and, so adopt, don't shop. We hear this phrase a lot.
对，这个就是领养代替购买。中文呢，其实我们就有一个完全对照的发音领养代替购买。那刚才 Stevie 老师讲 take in animals， 就是你把它收留起来，把它领养起来，也可以 take in adopt， 很类似。
So today's article is about adopting pets.
Adopt. Don't shop. Adopting a pet instead of buying one is a practice that I believe is good for society as a whole. This approach not only addresses the issue of pet overpopulation, but also reduces the chance of commercial breeding. Moreover, it offers advantages for both animals and humans. For instance, a friend of mine chose to adopt a dog rather than buy one from a local pet shop. This decision didn't just save a precious life, it brought joy to his family. At first, the dog was scared and anxious, but it has since turned into a friendly and lively puppy. In addition, my friend's choice serves as a powerful message that could inspire others around him to consider adoption, because this is a thoughtful and responsible way to bring pets into people's lives.
Okay, looking at the first paragraph in our article, we're talking about adopting a pet. So, adopting a pet instead of buying one is a practice that I believe is good for society as a whole. Now, I do believe this, but this is the author, the writer of this article, telling you how he or she thinks. So this person says, adopting a pet instead of buying one. So instead of is a phrase that we hear in English a lot, and that just means you're going to pick one thing to kind of replace or move out another thing. Okay. Replace, or I guess the word we could say is exchange.
交换代替。
交换代替。E-X-C-H-A-N-G-E, exchange. So adopting a pet instead of buying one is a practice that I believe is good for society as a whole. When we say something is a practice, in this case, it kind of means more of like一个习惯。
一个做法。
Yeah, 一个做法，一个习惯。So a practice is something that you like to do normally. A lot of people who do yoga, they say, oh, I practice yoga every morning.
Practice 的意思有点不一样，一个是练习，一个是习惯。比如说我们讲 business practice， 就是企业的一些做法、惯例。 那我们来看一下这个第一个句子，它非常长。那如果同学呢要造长句，通常啊在作文的第一句我们都会表达自己的态度，这个就是有点像主题句哦。你把你的想法先在第一句表明清楚，这个跟中文是比较不一样的。你觉得领养好不好呢？为什么领养好？我们在第一句先把它写出来。但这个主词其实很长哦，同学要小心。Adopting a pet 到 instead of buying one 这边都是一个主词。那你要记得，如果你要把动词当主词的话，要变成 ing。所以那个 adopt 要变成 adopting。那动词变 ing 之后呢，它是单数，所以 is a practice。那什么样的 practice 呢？你后面再用个形容词子句去解释，这是什么样的 practice？I believe is good。我觉得很好的，好，形容词子句，我觉得很好，对整个社会很好的做法。
Yep. This approach not only addresses the issue of pet overpopulations, but also reduces the chance of commercial breeding. Okay, a lot of big words in this sentence. So this approach. Now, approach here is kind of used the same way as practice. 一个做法, this approach, this way of doing things. And we use approach. Like, what does approach mean?
做法方法.
Well, approach would also mean like, if I'm approaching you, I'm walking toward you, right? I'm getting closer. So this is different from saying, oh, this approach, blah, blah, blah. So here it's a way of doing things. This approach not only addresses the issue. When we handle an issue or take care of something, then we are addressing the issue. And here, what is the issue? What is the problem? The problem is pet overpopulation. So one word that we learn is population, which is like 人口,
对
right? So what does the word over mean? Over your head. So overpopulation means maybe too much population. Okay, so this way of talking about adopting, this way of doing things, it not only, talks about the problem with pet overpopulation, but also reduces the chance of commercial breeding. So commercial is when we talk about like businesses. And businesses who are breeding animals usually those animals are not very healthy. They might be purebred, like 可能是纯种的,
对
but they might not be very healthy. A lot of commercial animal practices are not very good for the animals. There's a lot of problems. So they're saying that that adopting a pet is a good idea because it takes care of too many stray animals. It takes care of pet overpopulation, but also it makes the chance of all these corporations having more and more animals, it makes that chance a little smaller, a little lower.
对，因为这个
So 有点复杂，但是
很漂亮的句子，很长，很多很大的字哦。对，那我们就从头开始看。那这里同学帮我把 not only 跟 but also 先划线。这种呢对等连接词啊，同学要记得它既然叫对等啊，你中间里面啊夹的字啊要一样，所以这里 addresses 就对到后面的 reduces。很多同学呢，那个夹的都夹的不一样哦，前面夹动词，后面夹名词哦，这个要小心。这个结构很漂亮，可是用起来如果是长句的话，你要特别小心文法的错误。他就说呢，这个方法不只是解决了，老师刚才有讲 address 就等于 handle。Take care of 处理了这个问题，什么问题呢？同学要记得，你如果要去解释这个名词的话，不妨在后面加一个介系词，对，然后去解释它什么问题呢？就是宠物的人口，其实宠物的不是人口，宠物的数量太多。然后呢，我们有个 but also 减少了。那你记得主词还是 approach， 所以 reduce 要变成 reduces。什么样的机会呢 ？Commercial breeding 这种商业的繁殖，因为 Stevie 老师刚才有讲到，商业繁殖通常动物比较会有缺陷的问题，
有可能性比较大，
对，可能性比较大。
Yeah.
对。
Yeah. Moreover, and this just means also or more, adopting a pet, offers advantages for both animals and humans and people. So it offers advantages. There are some benefits. benefit 就是好处 right?
益处
So it offers good things for people and the animals.
对，那同学帮我把那个 moreover 画起来。在英文啊，这个我们就叫做 transitional word， 这种过渡词，就是你要跟别人说，我现在文章写到哪里了，你要给他一点线索，不然有时候你就写偏了。这个 moreover 就是甚至，还前面讲过很多好处，还有这个 moreover 它是副词哦，所以你要记得前面那句话要打一个句点才能加 moreover。除此之外呢，它还提供了动物啊跟人都有很多的注意好处。
Also, moreover is a more formal word. So if you say a couple of really simple things and then say moreover, it sounds like you're trying too hard.
就是这个 style 的问题。
Yeah.
就是如果你是一个很那个 casual 的文章，随性就不适合用 moreover。
Yeah.
那我们可以用什么字？
You could just say it also offers.
用 also 会比
It
较好。
also offers advantages for both animals and humans.
所以同学要记得 moreover 比较难一点的文章才用，这个跟作文的风格是有关系的。
We see moreover, therefore. We see that in Chinese writing too much.
对，
Yeah.
英文不是每一次都一定要这样子写。
No, so try to use and learn more ways to say things. Okay, we'll take a quick break right here, and we'll be right back with the rest of the article. All right, looking at the next paragraph, the first paragraph, we were talking about adopting a pet, and the writer was talking about why adopting a pet is better.
Right.
Okay, and now this writer's going to give some examples.
给例
The
子。
first sentence says, for instance, actually could also be for example. For instance, a friend of mine chose to adopt a dog rather than buy one from a local pet shop. Now, a simple way, I want to give you an example of adopting a pet. A friend of mine decided to adopt a dog instead of buying one from a local pet shop. So a friend of mine chose to. This is their choice. You can choose to adopt or buy, right? They wanted to adopt a dog instead of buying a dog from a pet shop.
对，那这里呢，前面就 for instance， 这个也是一个过渡词哈，跟大家说，我要讲例子哦，我要讲例子哦。他就说，我的一个朋友啊，他选择去领养一只狗，而不是呢从当地的这个宠物店买一只狗来。那我们来看一下哈，这个 rather than， 刚才呢 Stevie 老师有讲到 instead of，instead of 在我们第一段的时候有出现，两个有什么不一样？都是而不是。Instead of 那个 of 是介系词，所以同学要加动词 ing。那如果呢是个 rather than 的话呢，比较重要一点点，它是要加动词原形，我觉得比较难记，所以我都写 instead of。所以这个 rather than 比较不好记。那它后面可以加动词原形，或者是动词 ing， 其实都可以，两个都可以。对。
Yes. This decision. Now, when we decide something, we make a choice. So that choice is your decision. Okay? My decision. 我的决定, right?
跟 choice 一样。
Yeah, kind of. This decision didn't just save a precious life, it brought joy to his family. So this choice, deciding to do this, it didn't just save this pet's life. And they say a precious life. Now, precious is, I know a lot of people who saw Lord of the Rings, my precious. But it just means something that's very, very important to you. Okay? So it didn't just save an important, valuable life. It also brought joy to his family. It made his family happy.
我们就看到这一句哦，这里呢，他说这个决定，那决定我们刚才就说了 decision 等于 choice， 两个都可以互相交互使用。那这里因为他第一段讲了 not only but also， 那这里呢他又想表达说，哎，不止这样又那样，他就用 just。那同学要小心哦，因为这一句啊，它没有连接词，对不对？所以同学帮我把那个中间那个分号帮我把它圈起来。句子呢没有连接词，可是两个子句的意思呢又紧紧的扣在一起的时候，你就可以用这个分号哦，你就可以用分号，就是分号有点像句号。那跟句号不同的是呢，这两句前后的子句关系又更紧密了。然后那个 it 不用大写，小写就好了。他说这个决定呢，不止怎么样呢，救了一个宝贵的生命，那他也带给全家很多的欢乐。
Yep. At first, the dog was scared and anxious, but it has since turned into a friendly and lively puppy. So at first, we could say in the beginning, when they first brought the dog home, when they first got the dog. At first, in the beginning, the dog was scared and anxious.This is a good word to know, anxious. If you're feeling anxious, you might be feeling a little nervous about something, nervous, but it's a little more than nervous.
焦虑
Yeah.
不安
Yeah. So the dog was scared and anxious, like he didn't know what's happening. But it has since, the dog has since, or since that time, has turned into a friendly and lively puppy. So lively just means a lot of energy. So we could say energetic. We don't actually use lively very much. It's used more in Chinese.
活泼
Yeah. In Chinese, you say, oh, 活泼, and it's translated as lively.
对对对
Right. But we say, oh, he's turned in this friendly, energetic puppy.
所以 energetic 反而是比较常用，比较自然一点点。
Yeah, 就精神 energetic. E-N-E-R-G-E-T-I-C.
因为中文的那个 lively 就是会想到 life 嘛，就比较好记，对台湾学生来讲比较好记，我就把它变成 life， 然后加 ly 就变成形容词了。对对对，我们来看一下这一句，他说那个狗狗刚开始就是很怕，然后很焦虑。老师刚才有讲到 nervous 跟 anxious 都是同一个类似的意思，那记得介系词都是加 about， 所以如果你要加长的话，记得要加 about。但是呢，it had since 就从那个时候开始呢，就变成了很友善啊，然后很活泼的狗狗。那老师有说 lively 跟 energetic 都可以互相交换的使用。然后同学要注意，因为你在叙事它有时态上的不同，所以同学你要关注一下那个时态上的转变。第一句呢是刚来的时候已经过了，那第二句是现在还持续的状况，所以第一句是用过去简单式，第二句是用现在完成式。
In addition, now here again, moreover, also, in addition, my friend's choice serves as a powerful message that could inspire others around him to consider adoption, because this is a thoughtful and responsible way to bring pets into people's lives. Wow, long sentence. So also, this writer says, my friend's choice serves as, this just means this works as a good example. It's a powerful message that could inspire others. You know, they can influence other people to do good things. To inspire somebody means to make them feel like doing something good. Okay? So that could inspire other people around him, around my friend, to consider, to think about adoption. All right, we just said adopt, and adoption is the
noun form.
The noun form. I almost said the adopted, the adjective. Now, consider adoption because this is a thoughtful. It means you thought about this, and it's a good thing, and responsible way to bring pets into people's lives. We say it's responsible because sometimes if you're buying more dogs from the store or more cats, the store, they breed more. But if you're helping animals that need help and need a home and love people, then that's maybe a little bit more 比较负责任。
对。
It's a little more responsible to the animals.
至少他们不用就是持续的就很多，因为生意来讲大家都想做嘛，就是有钱赚。然后我们来看最后一句，它就是用到很正式 ，in addition， 而且这一句很长，所以同学要小心哦。那我们再把 because 前面的地方呢把它刮起来，然后 because 后面的地方再把它刮起来，这是2个句子。
对，我刚刚就是要讲，其实这个是2个句子。你如果说 could inspire others around him to consider adoption, period. 然后下一句 This is a thoughtful and responsible way to bring pets into people's lives. So perfect. Yeah, it's 2 sentences that they put together.
比较简单懂一点点。有的时候同学那个在写作文要长短相隔，才不会觉得大家读你的作文觉得都不能换气这样子。对，所以除此之外呢，我朋友的决定啊，他就作为serve us 一个很有力的这个讯息，可以激励其他人呢，在他附近在他身旁的其他人也去考虑要领养，因为这是一个很周到 thoughtful， 就是你想很多，对，很周到、很贴心，然后很有负责任的方法，让这个宠物呢进入到家里，但他们是不用商业繁殖的方式，对。
Yeah, I agree. I'm not saying pet shops are evil or bad, but if you want to adopt a pet, or if you want a pet, maybe you could go check out pets that need to be adopted. Maybe you'll fall in love with one.
Right.
Yeah. So that is all the time we have for today. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.